My name is Reed Blinn of Newmark Grubb Knight Frank. Today we welcome Gene Godick to our citybizlist interview. Gene Godick is CEO of G Squared. Welcome, Gene.
I think where companies struggle with budgeting is really understanding what drives the revenues. I think a lot of companies, like we have 30-some companies that we build budgets or forecasts for. I would say 90 to 95% of them get their costs right or they're conservative with their costs. But most companies, I think, entrepreneurs by nature, and I am one as well, are overly optimistic about how much new revenue or sales are going to generate in a year. And I think they tend to overestimate their capacity to generate new revenues and how long it'll take. And so when we see companies disappoint, whether it's disappoint themselves or disappoint their investors, it's because they're not able to grow as fast as they promised they would be able to grow. And I think people tend to overestimate, particularly very early in their development, what it's going to take to get people over the hump and get contracts signed and get yourselves working. Started the firm in the fall of 12. At the end of 13, we were 2 people. At the end of 14, we were 4 people, and we're 19 people today. I know I probably skipped a year or 2 there. Last year we did $2.5 million in revenue. The last couple of years we've grown at about 60% a year revenue growth. I mean, the numbers are small. At some point in time, the law of small numbers, of larger numbers, will catch up with us. Right now we are focused on, DC to New York, particularly with a preference of Philly and New York. It's easy to get to New York from where I live. Our office is easy to get to New York. And I'm a big believer in going, fishing where the fish are. We're starting to also focus on the Lehigh Valley. There's a lot of interesting things going on from a technology perspective in the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton area. And so we're starting to focus on the Lehigh Valley. It's an easy ride for us there. And we want to go where entrepreneurs need help. Could we be in Silicon Valley? Sure, we could be. There's 1 million people like us in Silicon Valley. I used to ride on airplanes all the time. I don't have a strong desire to do it other than when I'm going on vacation. So I don't need to get on an airplane to do it. I mean, could we be in Boston and stuff? But right now I think there's plenty of opportunity between the areas that are an hour's drive or on the Amtrak, on the Acela corridor that we can really focus on and do well with without having to spread ourselves too thin. I always think of the game of Risk. And if you think of the game of Risk, where you get in trouble is when your armies are too spread out. And one of the things I like seeing is I get to see all my people in the office every day. And it scares me a little bit of having multiple offices in multiple areas. But right now we're kind of focused, just doing a great job for our clients. And if we do that, I think the growth will come.